So we're thinking very much about the ambitious scope of the mission and
Hello,
how
everybody.
to accomplish what we need to
Hello,
accomplish on the
everybody.
surface.
Welcome, viewers.
So that's kind of the high-level overview.
This is Nadine, filmmaker in Los Angeles, saying hello to you from JPL.
Mars 2020 I
hope connection here is A-okay.
Very similar. You can see here on the screen.
Hello.
Curiosity. It has some instruments that are similar to those on Curiosity, but others are brand new and updated for Mars 2020. Included in that are some technology demonstrations. Of course, you've probably heard about the helicopter that will be flying on Mars 2020, as well as a technology demonstration to convert CO2 in the Martian atmosphere to oxygen, and that's the MOXIE instrument. And those are, oh yeah, you just went to that lab. And so those are all towards Mars 2020's other goal of helping prepare for human exploration of Mars. And that's been a continued objective of a number of previous Mars missions as well, and we're taking those next steps with those that MOXIE instrument as well as some of the new technology on the landing system of Mars 2020. So
it's not going, the area it's going is not being explored.
You see all those patches on the wall?
That's right. This is a brand
Those
new
are all the
landing site.
missions
Of course, we have
for
orbital
which
images, so we think we know a lot about this site
materials and
before we go there.
objects were
But we've not yet explored it with the surface mission. And so,
in this room at some point.
yes.
So this is the clean room at JPL.
March. I think it's March 5th.
Hello,
and
my
so
friend Sam.
as you saw,
Hello,
we went from
hello.
155 down to 9, and then NASA had
Thank you for sharing. This is in Los Angeles.
Oh, were you? Yes.
Jet Propulsion
yeah,
Lab. Thank you,
yes.
Space Asteroid.
Yep. Little Tinker was one of my favorites.
Oh, Tinker's great because the
Nice, right?
the relay
That's a
of
mannequin.
the sample material back to the,
He has a
it
name.
reminded me of like
I forget the name at the
a
moment.
baseball play, you know, the shortstop cutting off the throw and then throwing it to the
Which is telling us about the Mars
yeah,
rover
so
right
we're
now.
excited
Tinker's
about that.
great.
Yep. And they have to they do have to choose the name because we like to put the name on one of the front pieces of the rover, and so we want to be able to image that and get that on in time. So beginning of March is what we're shooting for that.
nice.
No, it's already packaged to be shipped to Florida. It's going to launch in
Yeah, so the
July
landing
of
ellipse
this
is
year.
a few kilometers in diameter. I think it's maybe,
It is in a package of that
I want
size.
to say 5 or 6, but it's
Smaller than before.
It's much smaller, and it's also circular, which is
But we saw
a
models
factor
of it.
that's better understanding the atmospheric
the animation
conditions,
of it right
because
there.
often it's the wind that creates the error there, as well as advances in our landing technology. You may have heard of terrain relative navigation, which is a new capability on Mars 2020, where we can basically, because we have a faster and better computer on the Mars 2020 rover compared to previous missions, we can basically upload a map of the hazards onto that computer, and as the rover is descending, descending to Mars, it basically takes an image of the surface, compares it to that hazard map, and then can divert away from hazards. And it can divert up to 700 meters or so from a particular hazard location.
Is it going to be in the cocoon, the inflated thing that bounces around?
It won't be in the inflated cocoon, which is what you probably remember from the MER rovers, Spirit and Opportunity. We're in those big inflated kind of cocoons and bounce.
Right.
But this landing system is identical, with a couple of exceptions, to Curiosity. So if you've seen the 7 Minutes of Terror video, it's very much what we'll be going through with this rover as well. So it'll have a sky crane that lowers the rover down on cables and then cuts the cables, and the descent stage will fly away.
Yeah.
Happy to take any other questions.
I want to hear the noise.
What makes it a clean room?
What are the sounds of Mars?
What's the
It's a different atmosphere, so.
Yes, and actually, I'm gonna. Is
It'll be a challenge
Stephanie
to
still
Claudia.
around?
Yeah, she just walked down.
Oh, she just walked.
Yeah.
Coming.
Did you miss me?
Yes, we had a question about the clean room, and
Yes.
I don't know the exact number of
10,000.
Okay, I do
10,000
know
what?
it.
10,000, and that means that in 1 cubic foot of air, there are no more than 10,000 particles of more than half a micron. How big is a micron, you say? Your hair, like a normal human hair, is about 50 microns across. So as clean rooms go, it's not super duper duper clean. We have other ways of making sure that the parts of the spacecraft that need to be pristine, such as the sample handling system, stay that way. Because that we don't want to go looking for life to find that we brought it with us. You probably just went into that, didn't you?
A little bit.
Okay.
But what I actually learned about the clean room from an engineer just earlier today was that they ask the engineers down there not to walk
So
too
there you go.
fast.
That is the
Because they want
tolerance
to make
of
sure that all the detritus that you bring
dirt or debris
on
that
you
could be
when you
inside
go
the
into the clean room
room.
stays with you. And if you move very frenzied, then all of your detritus flies into the air. So they say,
Yeah, you remember Pigpen from Peanuts? They had this like little cloud of dust and hair and dirt and things. We're all like that all the time.
so they say they do say walk normally, but everybody's like, well, what does that mean? It just means don't move too fast. But part of the cleanliness that we do for the rover is what Stephanie was referring to was we often will bake out the rover hardware, and so it's subjected to very high temperatures in the attempts to kill, hardy microbes or spores that may be living in the hardware. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Now that this room is empty, what's the next mission that's going to be taking up the space?
NISAR and Europa Clipper. You guys heard Dr. Watkins talk about those a little earlier
did,
today?
yeah.
So NISAR is the NASA Indian Space Agency Synthetic Aperture Radar Earth sensing mission, and then Europa Clipper is our next flagship. And that's the one that's going to orbit. It's actually going to orbit Jupiter, but as it's orbiting Jupiter, it's gathering information in these close passes of Europa. And so the object there is to get as much data as possible for a future surface mission at Europa. Again, it's one of the places where we've found liquid water in our solar system, or we have really, really strong evidence that there is a lot of liquid water under that icy crust, and it's a really great place to go looking for life.
How long did it take to clear out the room? I was looking at a picture I took in May of it, and I was just like, that's the same room? Like, how long?
Well, it was very rapid. I was in here just 2 weeks ago, and they were still working on the rover, making some last-minute updates, and I actually got to see them flip it over into what we call dead bug configuration when it's on its back. So yeah, I mean,
Or
this is
launch configuration.
Yeah, you know.
It's like inverting a cake onto a plate, right? If this is Mars and this is the rover, and here I'm wheels up right now. You want to be able to stick it on top of your rocket, launch it to Mars, and have it land wheels down. So there you go.
And so just in a matter of a week or two is
I was really hoping the timing would work out that it would still be here, but didn't realize that the shipping was
Now.
Just missed
Yeah.
it,
Yeah. How are they going to get Mars 2020 out of this room without getting dirty?
Airlock
Yes.
and crates. So these very tall doors you see down here at the end, that's the airlock. Those are the doors to the airlock. But it goes into a special climate-controlled crate before it goes into the airlock.
And they also bagged certain parts of the spacecraft. So we saw them put some of some of that material you see down there. They kind of bagged up the rover and put the bag inside the crate. So that's another layer of protection.
Okay, so basically, in between here's two walls, and that area is going to be completely sealed.
Yep.
They increase the pressure in here before they open that door, so everything flows that way.
Today I learned. All right.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, we've got time for one more question.
So somebody online is actually asking, and this is for way, way, way into the future, but is there any plan or goal to send a human to Mars?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, our robots today are paving the way for future human explorers. Just like we did at the moon, we sent the Ranger and Surveyor missions before the Apollo missions. We're sending robots to figure out all the stuff that we need to do to keep humans safe for a mission there and back. And right now, NASA's aiming for getting humans to the Mars system in the 2030s.
Oh, fantastic. There you go. That's your answer. Please say thanks.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
What was your journey to JPL?
There's your answer.
2030. So I started
I'll be
working on
around.
the Curiosity rover.
Are you going to be around
this year,
soon?
as a grad student at Caltech, and then kind of cut my teeth on that mission. Still work that. I did ops on Friday.
Not too long. We
But
can
a couple
wait.
years ago, they were in need of another science person on 2020, so I got hired onto that mission, and I've been working deputy as that mission ever since.
So I'm going to close down so I can take more pictures, guys.
With that, it's time to head over to the indoor Mars yard. So follow me.
There we go.
And thank you,
I will start another scope at the indoor Mars yard. Okay, Sam? Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Or the farm.
The farming system, yeah.
Develop every talent.
Bye, everybody from the clean room at JPL. Isn't that amazing? The Mars rover was there.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. What's your name?